Best explored 1 mile at a time. But while we've long romanticized the open road, very few of us would want to live here.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round.
But then there's the Shanup family.
Wheels on the bus.
Robin, Robert, and their 4 kids, all under the age of 10. Until recently, Robin was a stay-at-home mom, and Rob worked long hours as a financial planner in Orange County, California.
I'm working at a very good office with very good people. We owned a home.
We were normal.
Yeah, we were normal at one point.
That is until
We kind of started questioning the mentality that just because you have kids, everything is put on hold. We love to travel, and we thought, well, why can't we just bring our kids with us?
now the family of 6 eats, sleeps, and lives in a converted school bus.
So this is it.
Home sweet home.
Home sweet home.
You can stand up.
Just barely.
How many square feet is this?
250.
She knows right off the top of her head, yes?
Mm-hmm.
We caught up with them in rural Tennessee.
We see what we're doing, too, as a large part of our kids' education. I mean, they're pretty young, and they've seen the Declaration of Independence. They've seen the Lincoln Memorial. They've seen a lot.
Robin homeschools the kids, and Rob is still a financial planner.
Do you ever have clients say, I don't want to take money advice from a guy living in a bus?
Yes. Yeah. A few, and then they became clients.
When they understand that it's a lifestyle, not a consequence.
Yes. It's a lifestyle,
We're not doing this because something happened. We
Yeah.
chose it.
I consider a lot of these people conscientious objectors to the culture we're in right now, which is really get on this work treadmill with no guarantee of, any sort of safety net, and yet you should still pledge allegiance to the culture of the endless work week.
Jessica Bruder, who chronicled van life in her recent book Nomadland, says that the movement accelerated during the housing crisis of 2008 and hasn't stopped a decade later.
Millennials I met on the road said, look at this, I can't pay back my student debt, or I don't want to go into debt. I can afford to do this. I should do it when I'm healthy and spry, and they're out there doing it.
And these days, either by choice or circumstance, more and more people are making America's highways and scenic byways home. Thanks, at least in part, to Bob Wells.
What do you do 100 miles from nowhere, car breaks down?
You're in your home. You pull over and you make dinner. Literally.
Now, to be clear, Bob Wells knows what you're thinking when you see the van and the beard.
For most people, I think, the archetypal failed character in American life is the guy in the van down by the river.
That's it. If you want to say you're a loser, that's how you would describe it.
And the first night Wells slept in his van, he felt like a loser.
I had just gotten a divorce, something I swore I would never do. We were fighting over the kids. I faced losing them. And now I'm living in a van.
But as the months rolled by,
Every step of the way, you just answer every problem as it comes up.
Bob Wells started to feel less lost and more like a man who had found a roadmap to happiness. 20 years later, he's sure of it.
You have enough money at this point, you could go live in a home,
I could live in a home.
but you're not.
Why would I torture myself? Why would I make myself miserable?
Oh, you must dream of that lever on the recliner.
Oh, you got me. I do miss my recliner. But it's not worth the sacrifice.
My name is Bob Wells, and I own this channel.
This former grocery store clerk from Alaska now runs a website and more recently a YouTube channel to spread the gospel of van dwelling. Equal parts frugality,
$8 on Amazon.
simplicity,
Pretty straightforward.
and freedom.
There is a different way to live.
Wells also covers Van Life 101. Depends on where you park and for how long. Doesn't everyone need a permanent address? Sure, but there are mail forwarding services. What about work? If you have a cell signal, you can work anywhere. And of course, the biggie. How do you know?
The topic of today is poop.
You can find out that answer yourself online, where Bob's videos are approaching 50 million views.
I think the average person might come into a van like this and think it's a little cramped.
I think anybody in their right mind would come into this and say, this is a little crap.
All right, I'm trying to be polite.
diplomatic. I sleep in here and I live out there.
Bob Wells says today's van dwellers are a little different from the retirees that have long spent their golden years in RVs.
There are a lot of RVers who live a normal, happy life. Well, they transferred their average same life that they've always had and put it in an RV and lived exactly the same way. I see van dwellers as rejecting to some degree something about society. It could be the 9-to-5 grind. It's not just the transfer of the same life they've always lived for the last 50 years into a different home, shape, on wheels. It's a rejection of some element of it.
Though van dwellers